Hi, and welcome to another Get a Clue Casual Gamer, where we get a clue, C-L-U-E, about a game. C is for components. What do I find when I open this box? L for length. How long is this game? U for uniqueness. Does this game remind me of any other game I might have already played? E for ease. How easy is this to learn, teach, play? How easy is it to find? How easy is it on the pocketbook? Today we are going to be looking at the game Copenhagen by Queen Games. It is a big box, which means when we open it, there's probably a few things inside. And in fact, I'm using a cheat sheet to make sure that I call them the right item, the right names. Okay, so we're going to begin with so many things. Where do we begin? Let's begin with the player boards. This game is for 2 to 4 players. It came out in 2019, so it's only 2-3 years old. But each player will have their own play board, and the play board is a house in Copenhagen. And you're going to be building up your house. You're going to build it up with these tiles, these Tetris-shaped tiles, these polyomino tiles, and they come in 5 basic colors: pink and purple and yellow and green and blue, and everyone will be using any and all of those colors as they wish. There is also a one window gray that can be placed in different area in a little space or whatever, but you win these. You don't actually buy these. Okay, so we have these pieces that will go on, and for instance, put that there, and then do this, and then do that, and oh, I need a little gray window in there, so I'll put a little gray window in there. See, you're building up your house on your board, and there are, for laying things or finishing rows or columns, there are rewards for different things. You will also have a scoring track and the harbor. And the scoring track sits up on top of the harbor on the table. Okay? And on the scoring track, you're going to have little, the meeples, or the little wooden pieces, oops, go this way. Wooden pieces are shaped like the Little Mermaid statue on the rock. In fact, like this, that's the shape of the little wooden scoring pieces. You can see it there. And you'll also find this, which is an end game trigger, so that the Little Mermaid card looks, the back looks like all the other cards, which we'll look at in a minute, but when she shows up, it speaks end of game. Okay, but these are the scoring things. The harbor has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 docks. And in them, you will have one each of the facade cards. And they look like this in the back, and they're all different colors. For instance, and there are 70 of those cards. There are pink ones, and purple, green, yellow, and blue. And just in case you get this and you don't notice this right away, because I didn't notice it right away, is on the card shows all the shapes that are in that color, because each color has different shapes. And so when you're looking for a specific shape, you might be looking for a specific color. And those are the facade cards, and the player boards are the facade boards, the houses. Then there are also these tiles. which are called ability tiles, and there are 20 of them, 20 ability tiles that are used in the game as well. The rules, and there's always little advertisement cards from Queen Games about other games that they have, and those are all the components that you will find when you open this box. L, length of play. Manufacturer says 20 to 40 minutes, and that's about right. It's a pretty wide time period because it depends on how many people are playing and how fast people make decisions on what piece they want to get next. And also, what cards have they collected? So 20 to 40 minutes is about right for a 2 to 4 player game. About 10 minutes per person. Let's average that out. Uniqueness. Well, first of all, there's lots of games that use polyomino shaped tiles. I mean, there's a lot of them in the hobby world. But even if you've never played a hobby game, with Tetris, like Patchwork is one, and of course Blocus is one. Even if you haven't played one of those, you've heard of Tetris, and Tetris has been around for decades, and people know that one. What I like about this, it's different than Tetris, is you don't they're not like, oh no, which direction do I do it? What do I do it? Yeah, it's like, no. You have time to think and go, okay, this piece will fit there perfectly, and that's the piece I'm going to try for. And to get them, you use set collection. You collect sets of the same color cards, and then you spend them. And you use a card for every square in the shape you want. For instance, if I wanted this corner piece here, that's 3 squares worth. I need to turn in 3 yellow cards to get the yellow corner piece. But there's only a certain number of each piece in the game, which means they might run out. So you need to really plan ahead and figure out, do I get this 3-piece yellow, or do I hold out until I get the 4-piece yellow, which will give me this much space, and I now have 4 yellow cards to turn in and buy that piece. That's so your set collection, your tile laying, it's a polyomino shape thing. So it's kind of like there's a lot of different aspects of this that might remind you of other games. Yet it is its own game. E for ease. How easy is this to learn, teach, play? How easy is this to find? How easy is it on your pocketbook? Well, to learn, teach, play, it's not a complicated game. The instructions are this. These are the components, which was my cheat sheet while I was looking at it. Mine came with English, French, and Spanish directions. In fact, I got 2 French directions. I have an extra one. I was like, oh, they must have stuck together. And then the game itself, this page is the setup. This is just taking you step by step with the setup. It takes a little bit of a table to do it. And then the gameplay is here, right here, and how to construct your facade of your house. And it's just how to score the points, ending the game. And then it goes through the ability tiles and tells you what they each mean, which is just something in addition to the gameplay. So basically, the game is that and that. Those are the instructions for the whole game. So it's not a complicated game. It's a nice little puzzly aspect to it, and you're creating and you're choosing and you're set collecting, but it's not a complicated, intense, brain-burning game. It's not. It is a casual game. It is, and it's lovely. I love these colors. Easy to find, easy on the pocketbook. Well, there are 3 different ways you could play this game. 3 different games you could buy to play Copenhagen. There is a roll and write, which you color in the shapes onto a page. I do not have that one. I have the basic Copenhagen game with the cardboard tiles, which is the basic Copenhagen. So there's a roll and write, and then there's the basic, and then there's a deluxe one. And the deluxe one I have played with at the Dice Tower Retreat, and it had, instead of cardboard, they are acrylic. And the windows, you can see through the windows. It's so cute. It's so pretty. So you have a choice of what level do you want to get. Do you want to get the one where you draw in the shapes, or do you want the one where you have these nice cardboard shapes, and they're very high quality cardboard and very pretty colors and all, or do you want to get the deluxe version that has the acrylic tiles that have these colors, but the edges are clear acrylic and the windows are clear. You can see through the windows. Very, very pretty. That was the first game I ever played it with. It was like, yeah, this is pretty. And at that time, the only deluxe version I could find was over $100, and I was like, that's not going to happen. I actually got my copy during the game exchange at the September Dice Tower Retreat. Look at their site about what that means, but I got this that way. So how easy is it to find? Not every place has it. I checked my online game stores, GameNerds.com and MiniatureMarket.com, and neither of them had it. They're out of stock. They do, hold on, let me go to, there is BoardGameBliss.com, does have it. It has, it's out of the basic one, but it does have a couple of the roll and write ones and one of the deluxe acrylic tile ones. The roll and write they're selling for about $22.50. The deluxe one is selling for $70. Okay, but also go on Amazon. And on Amazon, you have all 3 of them are available. The roll and write is running at $33, which is a little high for a roll and write. The one on the other website, the BoardGameBliss.com, that was $22.50. So that's $10 more on Amazon. So I'm like, that's not really worth it for roll and write. I would not spend $32, $33 on a roll and write. But the one I have is selling for $45 on Amazon, and it is sold out in all the other places I've checked online. So that's your best bet for the basic game, which is wonderful quality. And the deluxe, there is someone selling a deluxe version, which is the acrylic tiles, on Amazon for $64, which is about half of what they were selling it. Someone was selling it for 6 months ago. So those are your choices. Personally, if I was going to get the roll and write, I would get it from the website, not Amazon. But if I wanted to get this edition here or the deluxe edition, I would get them off of Amazon for $45 or $64. Yes, they're not cheap games, but again, they're not cheap games. They are beautiful, they are well made, extremely well made, and it's a fun game. It's an interesting game. It's a puzzly game, but not a heavy game. It's a casual game. So there you have it. You now have a clue about a game called Copenhagen. If you've ever wanted to be there and go visit Copenhagen, practice building a house first. Or if you've been there, reminisce as you're building the facade of your house in Copenhagen. God bless you and your family. Have fun playing games. Until the next time I see you, bye.